Guys, I'm not dead. I'm actually back. Here I am. Basically, I'm bored and I need to upload content soon. So, we're going to be talking about all of my failed ideas. I'm talking from videos, from specifically music. We'll get all of that discussed today, and I might even put in some clips from just stuff I couldn't upload at all, and I'll explain those too. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna get started with the one series I actually did want to get popular, but never did. It has to do with Delta Hole Files Season 1. So, it all started when I was getting this new phone, and, you know, I couldn't transfer any of the videos from when I went underneath my school from. I couldn't transfer them over, I couldn't do anything. And they were gonna delete in a few days. So I grabbed my phone and I just recorded it on my bed. Like recorded the phone. And that was a way to kind of just, keep them with me, and I put them on YouTube, privated, because I didn't want a lot of people to find out. And I was like, I can make this a fucking series, dude. I can make it like a, one of those motherfucking, analog horror, whatever the fuck. So I started actually uploading them, and putting like behind the scenes. You could like Delta Hole audio logs and fucking try to put the storyline together. But no one did. No one ever did. No one was interested. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, this would be pretty cool. And then the summer started, and I was like, I ran out of ideas. That's when I started uploading my actual new content. And then I thought, what if I brought Delta Holes back? Next school year, I might just go back down there. And I'm guessing from if you did see in that playlist for failed projects, Delta Hole Files, episode 1, season 2, that it's only one episode. There's not a season 2. It didn't happen. So behind that was I was gonna get footage of people that didn't know about the hole, and then try to mix that in with the whole series, and it just didn't work. It wasn't gonna work, and I don't want to go back down there. I don't want to get in trouble again. Well, I never got in trouble for doing it. I just want to get in trouble. I don't want any comp. That is partially why it failed. And I just ran out of ideas for it. Like, I don't know what else I could have filmed because we can't really go anywhere in there. So, yeah, that's basically where it ended. Alright, my second, which is the kind of a little more successful but not really idea, was, making the weird music y'all probably heard. With songs such as Halloween Suicide, It's Not Real, or whatever the hell that one's called, or it's like, I don't remember. Oh, It's All a Test. That's one of the songs. That 20-minute song, I think it's labeled I Can't Feel Anything Anymore. And then the album. And I'm going to tell you why these failed. But first, let me tell you why it was kind of successful. It's kind of good. Why it was kind of good. The reason I would call it sort of a success was that the song Halloween Suicide, my first song that I ever released, actually did fairly good for my channel. It got like 350 something views or something like that. It's not like privated or anything. You can still check it out, but it's like over 300 views, so I call it kind of a success. I think that's the only reason I would call it sort of a success. But let's get into the reasons why it was actually kind of bad. The second song I ever released, It's All Just a Test, or something along the lines of that. Didn't do too well. Barely broke 20, I think, and most of the views came from me checking if it got views or comments. So, 20-minute song didn't do so bad. Got like 50 or so views. But it wasn't as good as Halloween Suicide. So that's why I call it kind of a failure, but it's also my first 20-minute song. And I think that's pretty good. Let's keep in mind that I got most of my inspiration from people from YouTube, and also the caretakers everywhere at the end of time, just to get that out of the way. If you made similarities, that's why. Now let's get to the thing most people never listened to, never saw. The album. What's the album called? My first ever album, Trapped in Mind, which would probably be my first and last album. Trapped in Mind didn't do anywhere sorts of good between the last fucking 3 songs that I just named. In fact, the album did so poorly, it mostly stayed single digits to 14. It mostly just stayed single digits and went from maybe 4 views to 14. And one of the songs was actually skipped by most people. It had 0 views on it, and I don't know how the fuck that could happen, but it did. That was a really big failure for me. And I thought the album was gonna be, oh, all right, like maybe 50 views, maybe 50, 30 to 50 views at least each song, but it barely broke 20. So now for a last honorable mention, which actually did make it on the channel, and you can go watch it now, but I still think it is kind of a failure, was Ben Out of Context Part 2. So if anything, Ben Out of Context Part 2 is just a mashup of everything I tried to film for videos that just didn't make the cut. Like the interviewing people asking if they're NPCs. We just didn't have enough footage for that, so we didn't use it. We kind of just recycled it into Ben and Friends Out of Context Part 2. And the Halloween video was supposed to be really good and really long, like Halloween Part 1. But I guess I just didn't really film that day, or I forgot to. And it kind of just got mashed up into that one video, which I find kind of a failure in my eyes, but it did get alright views. So I'm going to keep it up there, and it is a part 2, and it is just random, which is what the title suggests. So now maybe we can insert clips from videos I'm probably just not going to upload, or I might upload them, put them to private, and then put them in the failed, whatever. We got an interview from today, actually. We were just interviewing people, random stuff with my friend Chad. Yeah, we didn't really get any filming for that. I don't think we're going to film tomorrow, which he wanted to, but I don't think it's going to work out. The other video in question was going to be me and my friend Aiden, and like friends, like just a bunch of friends hanging out during lunch. And we were going to make it a video, but again, we didn't get too much filming done for that. And it was going to be like a 3-minute video. No one wants to watch a 3-minute video. So, I'm probably just going to put some clips at the end of this. And that'll be probably most of what y'all get. Or maybe, I might just upload them to the failed projects playlist. You can go check that out if you want to listen to some of the songs maybe. Or rewatch Delta Hole, try to put the story together. I don't care what you do, honestly, because it's a failed project. And I don't really care for it anymore. But again, you already know. My birthday's coming up, and Christmas is coming up, so I think it's going to be a pretty full, upload schedule for December, and then we'll have, New Year's Eve video, probably. Alright, guys, I just want to say, hope you enjoyed the video. If not, fuck you.
Alright, okay, guys, so I just got this new bike. I think it's pretty cool, right? Okay, so, ow. I just stabbed myself with that. That kind of hurts. Yeah, but you got like the brake thingies. I don't really know what all this is. This is my first bike ever. I actually don't know how to ride a bike, but I think it'll be pretty easy to learn, right? All right, so just gonna see if we can take it on a ride, okay? How do you? Oh.
No, dude, no, what the fuck? What the fuck, Javi? What the fuck? Javi, what the fuck?
Go. Bro, the line at KFC was so long today that I didn't feel like going.
Hi, I'm Chad, and I'm here with...
Kristen.
Okay, you know Fortnite, right? You know Fortnite Chapter 4?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think of the new season?
I haven't played it.
I got you. Who am I with today?
Ben.
Okay, Ben, what is your penis size?
Is it the damn question? Off air.